I'm working 2 roles. One is a full-time role at a bank, where I'm working within technology on enterprise collaboration, which is like social media at work. So we use social media at home a lot to communicate, to keep our friends up to date with what's going on. There's a huge potential in us using social media at work to communicate with colleagues and with others at companies and also across companies. So I'm working on the back with that and making sure that we're within regulatory constructs and we're not breaking the law. But also I run the Stemettes project, which is about inspiring the next generation of females into science, technology, engineering and maths careers. So known as STEM or MINT in German, and we're trying to show these girls role models, women working in these things, but also show these girls that it's something they can do, something they'll enjoy, and something they should do. It's their right to take up their place within STEM and to be drivers of the future and innovators. Having a computer, being able to create anything, whether it's a website or a little app or whatever it is, I love that. And I've also loved the capacity of technology to solve problems. I'm a big problem solver, and that's why I've always loved it. I've loved being able to build that app to help my mum to remember to do whatever it is, or to help the local organisation keep track of all the students that are coming for lessons or whatever it is. So for me, technology has always been about problem solving and being creative with that. So I've always loved it. I've always enjoyed the new challenges that are presented. I've always enjoyed making it happen, implementing what's going on. And I also enjoy the process of listening to people's problems, listening to what they're trying to do and what they're trying to solve, and translating that into technology and seeing their faces at the end that, these hands have produced something that has solved that problem, that has helped that person, that has made them feel better. Whatever it is, that's what I really enjoy about being in technology. I love programming. I love that I can program. I wouldn't like to code full-time, so I don't code full-time, but I enjoy the creativity that I can have from programming, and I also enjoy it's incredibly logical. That's the thing I've always loved about it, and that I love about maths. There's a right answer. If you do this, then that will happen, then that will happen. It's not as messy as maybe dealing with humans can be sometimes. So that's what I love about coding, but primarily it is the creativity. If you know a programming language, you could literally create anything, and if you can't, you already know enough to be able to learn the language that will help you create it. Women are added value. I think we have 2 genders, male and female. I think just relying on the talent from one side of that isn't the smartest thing to do. I think we do need to take advantage of everybody, and I do think that we need to have women have their place at the table. We have more and more women leaders, as we're seeing, and it's very clear in businesses on that side that you need a diverse workplace, you need diverse leadership, but it doesn't seem to be as clear or as obvious when we're talking about startups in the EU. We're doing a lot to promote research and kind of things on university, but in terms of entrepreneurship, I think we need to do a lot more thinking around that. And I think also the people that work within the EU and work within Parliament need to understand a little bit more about what's going on in the digital space, so they can understand what it means for them, but also ways that they can introduce women and include women in the decision making and the policies around startups in the EU.